Just a bit of a slowdown northbound 99 now at 12th Avenue. Things pick up once you hit the US 50 interchange and smooth sailing through the downtown. Let us check in now with Dan in Sonoma. What's up, Dan?
Hey, Sean. Good morning. Happy New Year to you and everybody, and happy new quarter century. 25 years is nothing to sneeze at, so that doesn't come around very often. So I think it's going to be a better year than last year.
A better year than last year. We'll see.
We'll see that.
It's already the second, and things so far are pretty good.
Yes. Let's get to the Chicago shooting reports. We've had 2 of them. Last week, 10 shot, 3 dead. This past week, 7 shot, 1 dead. The grand total as of December 30th for Chicago's homicides is 572. Now, that's lower than average, but that's not an acceptable number by any stretch. It's funny how some media people say, oh, yeah, the homicides are much lower, like things are better. No, that's not acceptable at all. They're still running the average, which ranges from 900 to 600 or so, or maybe a little bit less in this particular case. But still, it's a nightmare that is never ending. Something has to get done. What I have no idea.
Nor do I.
Yeah.
I have no
the
clue.
nation.
Unless I'm in charge.
Well, we should be in charge. Things would be a lot better if you and I ran things. The nation suffered a huge loss, Sean. A true statesman was lost. Of course, I'm talking about Rickey Henderson.
A statesman?
He'd be clearly he's a pillar and a statesman. And he died too young, 68 years old. And it was a tough year for baseball.
Was he 68?
He was only 68. Yeah.
I thought he was younger than that. I thought he was more like 66.
That's still pretty young, given that I'm
it is
60.
young.
I'm like, wow, yeah. But, man, we lost not just him, but Pete Rose and the greatest, in my opinion, the greatest player of all time, Willie Mays. So it's a tough year, but you have to move forward. I guess in other news, Jimmy Carter died. I guess that's noteworthy.
100 years old.
Yeah.
He was married. Wasn't he married for something like 75 years or somewhere in there?
Yeah, and his wife lasted almost as long. She died, the year before? So
yeah, she was 96 apparently when she passed.
What was interesting about that? Well, they did get Obamacare. They had super health care to keep them as alive as long as possible. What was interesting though, when the story of Carter passing, when the stories came out, especially on Fox News, because Fox News has this great thing where you scroll down past the article and you get all the people's reactions to it. And all the responses that I had seen were all about how they were still angry after all these years or all these decades. I mean, it's been almost 50 years since Carter was in office, that he was literally a failed president. The gas lines, the Iranian hostage situation, record interest rates, high inflation, and so forth. They couldn't let it go, and I don't blame them. I was alive and well and remembering those times. But I mentioned this, too, because I had said, and I still say this to this day, that when Barack Obama was in office, he was secretly the most hated man in the country. And now with these things that are happening, these terrorist acts of the last few days, there's a tremendous amount of loathing and hatred towards Joe Biden. Now, we won't hear about this for some time, but, it's those two are two of the worst side-by-side presidents we've ever had. We won't hear about it for a while. But regarding these attacks on the nation, it's obvious these are not the last. And Gallagher's wrong, as he often is. This is not just before Trump takes office. With hundreds of thousands of terrorists in the country, you can expect more of these things for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Dan.
Thanks, Bud. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Happy New Year, Dan. Talk to you later.